Hello. Hello.
Hello.
How's everyone?
Not too bad.
Theatre middle.
I see you in, yeah, cool. I see you in hot seat, Dave.
Yeah.
How did that happen?
I don't know. I didn't realise. Do you want the hot seat?
No, you can have it if you want. Or we give it to Carl. Maybe Carl can have
No,
the hot seat.
I'm quite happy down here. I've got room to spread out.
No, I hope everyone's well. And welcome to another Bedford show. So, unfortunately, we don't have Sprue this evening. He's not feeling too well, and he's doing something a little bit lighter. Lindsey also is not available at the moment. So, yeah, it's the three of us for the moment. So, we are still putting out. We're still doing our Bedfords, obviously.
Yeah. So I'm hoping to get a little bit of something done tonight. So all being well, hoping to.
Good. Yeah.
I can see that there's chat piling in already. So if you want me to go through chat, I will do.
Yeah, you can do. Yeah, cool.
Okay. So first one is then. Cal Skill Modelling says hello all. Hello, Cal.
Hello.
Hello. So, Dave Matt Builds says, good evening, everyone. Have a great stream tonight, guys. Thank you very much, Dave.
Hi, Dave.
And John Alex Scale Modelling says, hi, Cal. Hello, John.
Hi, John.
Hello, John.
Cal says, good evening, all. And he says, hi, John. And this Taboldigo Model Work says, hi, everyone. Hello, TBG.
Evening, James.
Hello, good evening.
Athel McNichol says, evening, Cal, Michelle, and John Alec and Zoe. Hello, Athel.
Hi, Athel.
And Athel says, hi, James and TBG. So Cal Scale Modelling says, hi, Athel and James. Cal Scale Modelling says, I better go now. And we've got Ian Campbell in, and he says, just a flying visit. Hi, Alex, to Dave and Cal, and good luck with your builds. Thank you very much for that, Ian. Very much appreciated. And,
hi, thank you for joining. Oh, sorry. I've just noticed that it now shows the spanner in StreamYard, and I'm sure it never did that before.
No, I've not seen that before.
Yeah, that's new, isn't it? Yeah, that's new.
Sorry, just so I noticed.
Yeah. So to build a Go Model Wax says Cal's got room to hide. He has.
Plenty.
So Panzer Cat's joined us, says evening Cal DS Horlixs, just dropping by to give you a thumbs up before starting the commute. So hello, Panzer Cat.
Panzer, have a good night.
Oh, thank you. Thanks, Panzer.
Quiet one.
And Athel says, evening, Panzer Cat, Dave, DS Models, and Horlicks. Good evening, Athel. Go Model Wax says, hi, Lord John Alex Scale Modelling. And John Alex Scale Modelling says, hi, James, Athel, Panzer, Dave, and Alex. Hello. And Go Model Wax says, hi, Athel, McNichol, and Hamish. So hello to everyone. Okay, and I think that's the end of that for the minute. Oh, there's just another one popped in. Panzer Cat says, oh no, Carl mentioned the Q word.
Oops.
Oh dear. Don't know what the Q word is. There you go.
I said I hope you have a quiet shift.
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah, it never used to be like that when I was at work if somebody mentioned that, neither. So it always used to be a busy night or whatever. So, right. Okay, let's go around the table then. Cameras down and see where we're up to. So, come on, camera. I think this is issue number 14, is it right?
Yeah.
Could be.
Number 14.
Yeah, show 14.
Show 14. Okay, so yeah, we're getting cracking on now. So I'll go to me first. And yeah, so what I'm hoping to do tonight is I'm hoping to get the body on the chassis. But I've noticed that there is a problem. So, and that is that underneath here, you've got 4 holes. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I've had to widen them a little bit to sit the body on the chassis. And what I've noticed is that it doesn't actually quite fit. So I'm going to have to widen them a bit more so it fits nicely. So I'm going to be doing that first and see if I can get the body on there. And then I have been catching up with a bit of the painting. So I've got the cab roof done now. And I've got the doors done. So there's a door and there's a door. So I might have a go at putting the cab together and putting the cab on and then putting some glass in the cab. So I might have a go at doing that. But I've also got to have a go at the front radiator and the lights and the radiator grille. But they're all here, all together. The only bits I have missing, I've done the sides as well there, look, and the bonnet, and the wings, and the backboard. So yeah, I've done all them bits. But the only bits I have missing are the windows, which I've just said, and then the little wherever they are. I don't think they're on the sprue. The little clips that go on the bottom of the boards. I think I've got 2 of them missing. I've got the wooden rack thing missing, the ladder rack. So I'm going to try and get some bits together tonight, all being well. So that's me. Okay. So what's going to, well, next in line is actually Carl. So there you go, Carl.
Hello. Well, my plan is tonight I'm going to do a little bit of this and a little bit of that.
Yeah.
But yeah. My painting's pretty much done.
Yeah.
So I'm going to start assembly tonight.
Excellent.
Take it from there, really. So it's all going to start going together.
Lovely.
I keep looking at this crane and I'm not happy with it. It's too shiny.
Too shiny.
Yeah. I don't do shiny. I like rusty and battered.
I was going to say, have you got any dull red? You could paint it over with dull red. Or?
Yeah, I have. Yeah.
Mm.
It's just I don't know. It's just saying to me, rust me up.
Yeah.
I'm fighting a battle at the moment to whether to rust everything.
Yeah, rust and oil. Yeah.
Yeah.
Rust, oil, and
chipping.
grease. Yes, yeah. Chipping. Yeah, perfect.
We'll see.
Okay. Well, it's looking brilliant so far. Anyway, absolutely brilliant.
I'm quite pleased with it.
I love the colour scheme.
Yeah.
Okay then. So move on to Horlixs. Hello, Horlixs.
Hello.
Hello.
It's me. Yeah, do you know what? I really don't know. I'm just gonna bit of this and a bit of that, like everyone else, I think.
Yeah.
I've got a few bits. I've forgotten to put some bits on under this passenger side wheel on the suspension. You think you know the bits I'm on about, Dave. There's like a hook piece, and I'm going to see if I can get them on with the wing in place. I think so, because I'm going to be working from underneath. So the wheels aren't actually glued on, so I'm going to whip the wheel off, and I think I'm going to try and attempt to glue that in.
Yeah.
I'm going to I need to try and paint these grey bits up here. Before I glue any of that down.
Yeah.
And setting. As you know, from the end of last week, I put one of the lights on.
Yes.
That's been drying. It's worked perfectly, because if you remember, I plastered the paint on the cable.
Yes, I remember.
And it's actually it's made it solid. It's like a piece of plastic now.
Real. That's fantastic. Yeah.
So that's the effect I wanted.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's all in place, and then I guess, yeah, if I get round to it, I need to start assembling the front end. I know my back. Oh, and then I need to glue this bit on.
Yeah.
I know this does fit on here just.
Right.
I've got a very similar problem to you, Dave.
Yeah.
But the holes are okay. I just have to spay this apart, just a fraction.
Yeah.
But this one's already loose.
Yeah.
And I've left it that way, and then it will go in. So I'm happy with that. And then what I'll do is once that's glued on, I'm going to try and see if I can tip upside down and then run some glue back in the join there.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
To secure that, but I've left it a little bit loose for now, just so I've got that wiggle room to get the cab on.
Yeah.
Or the back even.
The back,
So yeah, bit of painting, probably a bit of gluing, and then I'm gonna take the back off. Take this bit off the sprue and glue this on, and then touch up where the sprue joins and get that on, hopefully, on the back.
Excellent job. Yeah.
Maybe if you maybe do a little bit of wiring. I've got my circuitry. So I'm going to go with the tap switch.
Yeah.
As I mentioned before, and put all this circuitry. It's charging at the moment. Got a light on.
Yeah.
And the plan is when you that's going to be in there somewhere. And then when you tap the truck, all the lights.
Oh, fantastic! Yeah,
that's going to be the plan with it.
Wow.
Might have to design a 3D print because we were discussing about where we're going to put my charge port, and I'm going to put it in the frame, but I need something to push against this side so it doesn't go through.
Yeah.
So I don't think any amount of glue is going to work because
So would you be willing to do a dummy load for the back then, like a fairly big, large crate on the back end, and as it was a load?
No, to be honest, maybe that could be something I could do on like quite another craft show or something. Build maybe something to go on the back.
Yeah, and then you could drill a hole through there and to the underneath to get your wires through and everything.
Yeah.
And have the box. If the box was just about half the size of that inside, there'd be enough room, like a large wooden crate or something. Made out of.
Do we get one?
Pardon?
Do we get a toolbox in this kit?
No.
Because they're all the same, but you get bits of.
No, we don't get a toolbox.
That's a shame. I thought we might have had the stuff to do that.
We get a head.
I'll tell you what you have got. You've got, on the wrecker truck you done.
Yeah.
You've got the wooden panels left over from.
Yes,
yeah. Yeah, you have. Yeah.
You can make a box out of them.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll have to have a look at it. But yeah, I'm going to try and get a mock-up today. It depends how the time goes. I mean, me blabbering on is not going to get anything done. But I need to unsolder those white LEDs off of there because my wires... Because the joy with doing it with this, I believe, I need to check the voltage. Because this is pre-resisted, the resistors are on the board already.
Yeah.
I won't need to put any resistors. I can just connect the wires straight to them ports.
Which would be a lot easier, wouldn't it?
So much easier. Whack it on. Yeah. But I do need to do a voltage check on that just to make sure it's not putting ridiculous voltage and these aren't high voltage LEDs. If that's the case, I can just wire these thin wires straight to the boards. Job's done. And then when you tap the truck, all the lights will come on and off. And
brilliant.
Yeah. But that's
Lovely,
charged up because it was flat as a pancake. So I'm just leaving this to charge up for a bit.
Yeah. Okay. Right, I'll pop us back on all three then and catch up with the chat. So, Panzer Cat says, "Hi Athol, John Alec, and TBG." To boldly go, Model Wax says, "Oh dear, at Panzer Cat, Cal's jinxed it." So Athol McNichol says, "Evening, Ian Campbell," and Athol says, "Evening, Dave and Chris and Dave Mack." So good evening, Ethel. Mary Oglesby's joined us. She says, "Hello, evening to all in chat as well." So, hi, ma'am. Hope you and Pete are all right. And Ash has joined us tonight. He says, "Hi, guys. Sorry I'm late. We're having Chinese. Alex, did you manage to fit the USB connector on the underside of the truck?" I think he's just...
No, not yet. We were just discussing that, and I think it's either going to be really good idea, make a box or something to hide it all in, or I'll put it in the chassis rail where we suggested, probably above the fuel tank here. But I'm going to need something to prop it from the other side, so that when you exert force to plug a wire in, it doesn't. If I use super glue, it's not going to stick to the circuit board very well. Might ruin it, and it's just going to snap off. So I'm going to have to secure it, and I've got a 3D printer, so I could just make like a box or a plate if I do it that way. Otherwise, yeah, I could build something and hide it in something in the back here.
Yeah.
So that's a good idea.
Okay.
But we'll see.
So Steve131's joined us and put at Horlixs and found people of chat evening. So evening to you, Steve131.
Hi, Steve.
Dave McBill says, "Evening, Athol, Mary, Ash, and Steve." And Steve131 says, "At Dave McBills." Okay, so that's the chat brought up to date. So I'm going to start and have a go now, I think. So where am I going to go first? Well, let me have a look, shall we? A little look. Because Alex has just reminded me that I glued this bit of chassis in, but I suppose if I get my knife and just unglue it slightly, I'll be able to move them apart just that little bit to get them holes in, won't I? So I'm going to need to find my my craft knife. Oh, there's my tape. Oh dear. Right, let's have a look. I'm going to have to do a bit of rattling around my box to find me craft knife. Oh, I can see it. But can I get it? It's right at the bottom of my box. Come on. Oh dear.
Hi, Chris. Hope you're feeling well.
Oh, come on. Oh, yeah.
Hi, Chris.
I've got it.
Well, I need to get the manual because I've forgotten how all them bits go on.
Right. So yeah, Christine's joined us. Crafty Chris says, "Hi Dave, Alec, Cal, and everyone in the chat. Hello, darling."
I hope you're feeling better. Or brighter, rather.
She's still not very well, I'm afraid. So, but she's mostly numbing as best she can. So, still waiting for an operation date, and it's wearing. It's very wearing on us. It really is.
I'm still waiting to meet Chris.
Pardon?
So I'm still waiting to meet Chris. I've never actually met her.
So, Dave McBill says, "Hi, Chris. Hope you're okay." And Steve131 says, "Crafty Chris, great to see you." So, there you go. Right. Yes. So I think there's another couple of streams going off tonight, isn't there? That's here, there, and everywhere. And which is fair.
I think little history might be. I haven't seen yet, but I think he was going to do a stream. I think Penny's Pit Stop, I think, is doing a build with Natasha.
Oh yeah.
And I think Sprue's on. I can't remember what show he's on.
He's with Marcus, isn't it? So
Marcus, that's it.
Oh yeah.
But
Yeah,
I don't think Terry's actually on.
Oh.
Oh, maybe he didn't.
I know he said he was going to, but I don't think he
Maybe
is.
having a night off.
Yeah, no, he won't. I reckon he'll come on a bit later, and he'll do. He'll probably do till 1 in the morning or something.
Well, no, it was meant to be his show and tell tonight.
Yeah, I mentioned it to him last week. I said, "Are we still doing it?" And he was unsure, and I don't think he had many emails on it as well, so he was going to postpone it.
Yeah, he's had a bit of bad news today, so he's not very happy. I think he's put it off.
Okay. I don't like to hear of people with bad news. So, go on, you were saying, Alex?
I've lost count of the times I've glued this step on and it's just coming straight off.
Really?
I think I'm going to have to use super glue on that rather than the Tamiya Extra, because the Tamiya Extra is just not working on it.
Yeah. If I act carefully here, I'm going to break this. So.
Right, let's try and work out how to. I remember having awful trouble with this last time.
If I could break this glue away, then I could probably get it apart, but I think I've used super glue on this bit rather than the other glue. I can't remember. I don't want to go to the extreme of putting it in the freezer, and the last time I did that, even though it worked, it broke my parts. So got a feeling this might break as well. I can't understand why it doesn't line up properly. Do you know what I mean? But I suppose it's just one of them things. Must be good glue because I can't even cut through it. Dear, oh dear. Wonder if I had a hot knife. Wonder if that would go through it. It's knowing where to hold it as well, isn't it? That you don't break anything else.
Mm.
God, blimey, that glue is really well set. Right, let's have a look at this. So I think they want to go inwards. Let's try a little. One of them times where I wish I was left-handed. Swap hands. Oh, come on. The pen is mightier than the sword.
I think I'm going to be able to get that in, you know.
I'm looking at the back one. No, it's not far off. Actually, it is. It's an 1/8 of an inch off. That's one. But they are the same. Yeah. Okay, so I did find my little file earlier as well. So, okay, so Crafty Chris says, "Hi Dave, Mac, and Steve. Nothing much changed. Still waiting on an operation date. How can they say it's an urgent operation and take 2 to 3 months? I just want my life back." Yeah, you do, darling, don't you? So, yeah, not very good at all. So we have Daz Faulkner in, and Daz says, "How do everyone? How do, Daz?"
Hi, Daz.
Ford Transit you've got there in your picky? Yeah,
That's right, just looking at them.
Yeah, looks like a Ford Tranny.
Yeah.
Dave Builds says, "Evening, Daz," and Daz says, "How do, Dave?" Okay. While Christine's on, I was watching one of my subscribers last night, and they went to Herman Spalding Church, which I couldn't believe. I thought, oh my God. So, and yeah, he did a walk around Herman Spalding Church, which was brilliant. They call him the Bearded Bodger. So just to give him a shout out. So into a bit of history and what have you. And a bit of wartime history. There's a bit of a wartime station there as well, which was a beacon for during the First and Second World War. So that was quite interesting. So to those who don't know, Herman Spalding Moor has a church right on top of a hill. So it's really is a really good vantage point to see around the Yorkshire Wolds. So yeah. So, and another shout out I'm going to give to as well is Woo Woo 883. Another good friend of mine. He's got a Morris Minor. He calls him George, and he uses him as a daily driver. Does Woo Woo 883, and so he gives us all the ins and outs of owning an elderly vehicle as a daily driver, which is great because he's always doing bits and bobs to it. I think George was a Morris Manor that he had many years ago, and he actually bought it back so that he could use it as a daily driver. But he had it when he was a young man and sort of used it as a rat moggy. And he bought it off someone who I think passed away. But the chance for it came up for sale, so he bought it back, and he's using it as a rat moggy, as a day in, day out transport, which is absolutely brilliant. So yeah, he has a Volkswagen camper as well. Horlixs does Woo Woo 883.
Oh.
He has a Volkswagen camper that he takes to shows and rallies, and I do believe he's in the Sussex area, Suffolk area, something like that, is WOO 883. And I do believe he's going to bring his Morris Manor to York, to the York Dragway, the Santa Pod Raceway at York, sometime during the year. So Stephen Haynes Models has joined us, says hi Dave, Carl and Horlixs. Hello Stephen Haynes.
You all right?
Hello.
Right. I think my blade in there has just made this just a little bit more flexible, I hope. So yeah, I've been watching WOO 883 for a long time now, and he had a Morris Manor called Phoebe, and he used that as a daily driver as well. Did all sorts of jobs on that. I think that was a 60s Morris Manor there. Whereas the one he's got now is a 50s one, late 50s one, I believe. I don't know what the cat's done to my iPad, Chris, but every now and again a picture of a black and white cat comes up on the screen, which is
You're looking at a dating agency.
I don't know. I just touched it with my elbow just now, and there was a black and white cat on the screen, which I think belongs to a friend of mine. Come on. No, just after tea tonight, Rusty our cat came and sat on my iPad, and he actually opened up a very, very important email that we've got and nearly deleted it. Like, no, don't do that.
Well, we start off with tech young these days, don't they?
It's a good job the dog doesn't get in on the acting as well. Oh. No. Come on. Just give me a little bit, please. You know, when you want it easy and you want it... I'm very tempted to warm my blade up and just go through it with a hot blade.
I don't know about that, though.
I don't know, I might get through it better than trying to ease the joint apart. No, what get that in, I don't think. No. Just don't want to injure me or a model. Just one joint, I think that's... It's damn good glue, and that's a fact. I can't cut through it. I mean, yeah, I'm going to have to touch it up, but I've got a bit of touching up to do anyway, so it's not so bad. Right. See how far we are off. there. Are we going to be able to do that or not? I don't know. Oh! I didn't break it, don't worry. It just popped out the holes. Come on, get in there. It's going to be one tight fit, isn't it? If I can get that in. Just a little bit. Don't know if that's gone in or not. No. No, it's still not good enough at that. Let's move that out of the way a second.
Wow, that was really hard to do with that arch on, but I've managed to get that suspension stuff in.
Oh, wow. What did you have missing again?
This bit here, the grey bit.
Oh, right. Yeah, I see. The steering arm. Right, so they won't move out far enough. Surely. I think that one will move. So what's the worst that can happen? I suppose I could break something, but I don't want to. I think what's happened is when I glued it, as it's dried, it's pulled itself in together, you know.
That is a really good idea, Ash, because I did that the other day. Try extra thin again, and then it was softer.
That's a really good idea, Ash. Thank you very much indeed. Yes.
I found that out by accident the other day because I was trying to re-glue something and it fell off completely again.
I'm not so much bothered about my paintwork because I can touch that up, but yes, that is a really good idea. Come on. Right, let's have a look at this side now then. There. I think another problem I'll have is where my fingers need to be with this model as well.
Oh.
I need to be prizing. Come on. Come on. Just a little bit. Ah, that's it. Ash, thank you very much indeed, mate. There we go. That's prized it open. You just want it just a little bit. Right.
Yeah.
Now then. Let's see if I can get this back together. Yeah. Well, let's see if it'll go anywhere near. Oh, this modelling community is so good. Thank you very much indeed. Right, let's have a look at this and see if we can get it somewhere near. I would hate to think that he elongated the holes too much and put it out of shape. Of course, I'm not going to put it in there yet because I've obviously got to. I've got to put the rear wings in. It still slides out of there, so I still need to undo one of them. Okay. So we've got them spread. So it's just just a little bit further up this way. So that one's all right. It's that one. Yeah, we'll go for it down there, I think. So I'm not so much bothered about my paint wet because I can always repaint. I don't want to move. Aha, got you. Yeah.
Right, so let's go and get some fresh water because I forgot to get some water.
Glue on my fingers. Okay, that's all right. Let's try that again. Back this way again, I think. Go there. And that one I'm going there. That one's in there. That one I'm going there. Yep, I think. Yep, and that one I'm going there. Wow, fantastic. Right, so now I know they'll go in there. I'm going to get my back mud guards in. If I can get them the right way around. Because we was trying to get these sorted, and they actually broke off once I put them in the freezer. To try and unstick these so I could paint these properly. And what I should have done really is left them alone and painted round them. So just going to quickly bring up the chat. So Dave McBill says hi, Stephen. Stephen Haynes says hi, Dave McBills. Wayne Welly's in. He says, "What's the Q word?"
Hello.
Yeah, we're not saying it. Wayne, hello, Wayne. It's not question, but it's yeah, it's not Q, but yeah. But Panzer doesn't want to wear it tonight, so because obviously it'll jinx it.
York knew all about it.
Stephen Haynes model says hi, Wayne Welly. Wayne Welly says hi, Stephen. Wayne Welly says, well, I'm gutted hearing the news today about Terry Senior, but at least he's at peace now. Yeah, bless him. Absolute bless him.
I haven't heard anything.
Yeah, Christine had heard a whisper earlier, and she'd seen something on one of the nets, and it was on my list to tell people tonight. But yeah, Terry Senior, hobby barn, unfortunately today has passed away, bless him, and he's been very, very quick indeed at home, under care. He was under 24-hour care, and he has today sadly passed away. So we're sending our thoughts and prayers to his family and his friends, and we will do something in his honor. Well, if you like, we'll dedicate tonight's stream to his honor. Terry Senior at Hobby Barn. Ash says, Dave S. put some extra thin on the joint and loosen it. Thank you very much, Ash. Very, very much appreciated was that. So, Tabula Girl Model Wax said, sad news indeed, tape its toddler. And Tabula Girl says, opposite of busy, Wayne Welly. Yes, yeah. And Wayne Welly says, oh, right, yeah. And Stephen Haynes model says, Tabula Girl Model Works, hi. Dave McBill says, such a shame Terry Senior passed away. Thinking of his family at this sad time. Yes, indeed. Indeed, Dave. Yeah, it was 1 in a million. Was Terry Senior Hobby Barn. He would have many people come into his chats, and he would not forget to mention you over the many people that came into his chats, which I think's very nice of him, to even mention people like that, because he was getting, at one time he was getting thousands and thousands of people coming into the chat, and they wasn't getting recognized until he actually said something. He said hello to everybody as they came into the chat, which was lovely.
I never actually met him. He was in hospital when I came on scene.
Yeah, same really. I hadn't actually heard of him until this, and then I went to see some of his older videos and stuff, and yeah, he seems a really nice guy.
Yeah, absolutely. One of the best, as I say, one of the best.
Yeah, I know Kits and Bits has got a video for the GoFundMe thing.
Yeah.
His family. So I've got it on my community page on my channel.
Yeah.
Trying to raise some money for the expenses.
Yeah. Yeah, pop across there if you can, and as Carl said, he's got it on his community page. Terry Senior Hobby Band's GoFundMe page for the family, for obviously the obvious expenses that's involved at such sad times. So if I've got this right, over a bit. I think it goes there. So Terry was one of them wise guys that built model cars, and he actually built customized cars, which was brilliant. I have a soft spot for customized cars. So, and when I was a youngster, I used to collect the magazine called Street Machine.
No, I remember that.
Oh, what a fantastic magazine that was. And
I used to like Volksworld.
Pardon?
I used to like Volksworld.
Volksworld, yeah.
Yeah, that's a good one.
I collected Street Machine and what's the other one? Hot Rod and something or other. Street Machine was the most popular, and I would read it from cover to cover, absolutely enthralled with all the add-ons and things that people would get up to with Ford Pops or Minis or, you know, Ford Anglias or whatever. Just the mundane everyday car. They would put V8s in them and jack back axles and Viva front ends and all that. And yeah, fantastic. Well, Hobby Barn, he used to build custom cars similar to the ones that was in the magazines there. Still not sure whether that's set. I have to put some more glue on there, I think. I'm not seeing very well tonight for some reason. My eyes are a bit foggy. Okay. Yeah, the good old Street Machine magazine. Don't suppose it's still on the go, that magazine now, is it?
I wouldn't have thought so.
No.
You're not allowed to do decent things to cars anymore, are you?
So I used to be involved in a rally at York, at the Knavesmire, which is the famous racecourse in York, every year. And we used to get 1,000 classic cars there every year. And I always got the job of judging the kit and custom cars. And that's because I had the experience of you know, looking at them and reading about them and everything in magazines and such like. And so they gave me the job of judging the kit cars and custom cars, which was a brilliant honour, really. And then eventually I got the head judge job. So, and then unfortunately the funding ran out from both Minster FM, Lions, and several other places at York. So the rally had to come to an end. But yeah, there used to be 1,000 classic cars at that rally. We're back in the Pardon?
You used to like going to Santa Pod to Bug Jam.
Yeah.
That was good. All the Beatles and everything.
Yeah. Well, it seems I've stirred up a bit of chat in the chat. So we've got Paul Price that's joined us. Morning all. Hello, Paul.
Hello. Hi, Paul.
And Wayne Willis says hi, Paul. Stephen Haynes Model says hi, Paul Price. Sarah Jane's joined us, and she says Terry was my first subscriber. We were good friends since and regularly in contact. So bless you, Sarah. Thank you for letting us know that as well. So, and Stephen Haynes Model says hi, Sarah Jane. Sarah Jane says hi all, and Stephen. Wayne Welly says hi, Sarah. Sarah Jane says hi, Wayne. Lindsey's builds in, and he says custom car was the other one. Yeah, that's right, custom car. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, and I do believe we're pretty much the same age anyway, Lindsey. So yeah, you'd remember that one. Yeah, because we're both getting on a bit, you know. So yeah, custom car. Yes, custom car and straight machine. Yeah, brill. So Wayne Willie says that I think we all got our praises to Senior. He was a great guy and joined Kits and Bits live a few times, and I will treasure the live I joined in with Senior on he was funny and wise on cars. Yeah, that's right. He certainly was. He will be remembered for many, many years to come, without a shadow of a doubt. Lindsay's Bill says magazine Street Machine ended in the late 90s, early 90s. And Dave McBill says hi, Lindsay. Lindsay's Bill says, anyways, hello to everyone on panel and in chatland. Hello, Lindsay.
Hello, Lindsay. I hope you're okay. Haven't heard of you today.
Hope you're doing well, mate. So Lindsay's Bill says hi, Dave Mack, and Sarah Jane says Santa Pod is just up the road from me in York. Is that then Santa Pod, or are you talking about the real one in across the pond there? we have a fake one just outside the city of York, so in England. So yeah, they call it the Santa Pod Raceway. So Twilder Go says hi, Sarah Jane and Stephen Haynes Models. And Sarah Jane says hiya, boldly. And then we've got Nigel Branthwaite in, and he says hi, everyone, from Christchurch in New Zealand. So hello, Nigel.
Hi, Nigel.
Thanks for joining us all the way from there. And Dave McBill says hi, Nigel. Lindsay's Bill says Santa Santander Pod in Northampton. Santander Pod in Northampton. Okay, so Northamptonshire. All right. Jolly good. Stas Faulkner says, how do, Lindsay? Sarah Jane says, or Bedfordshire. So you're going to tell me they have one in every county now, aren't you? So Lindsay's goes Santander Pod. Okay. Santander Pod. Come on, why is it sticking? Stop sticking.
Book jam.
Right, let's have a look. Oh yes, they've gone. Thank goodness. Right. Let me have a little look at this again now. Then see if we're heading in the right way. So if you was looking earlier, you'd be seeing that I've been forcing some joints, and then we had Ash come in with a little bit of really helpful advice. Thank you very much, Ash. He said put some glue extra thin onto the joints and ease the joints that way, and it actually worked. So thank you ever so much for that. So, and I think I'm going to have to take them tyres off. So, now come on, play fair. Get in the holes. Yeah, let's go that way just a touch. Has that gone in? No. It's going in and jumping out, I think. I might have left it just too long now before it's gone out again. That has this one. Is that one in? I think it is. That one's in. But that one isn't. We get one in and then one jumps out. Let's bring it closer to the light. Can't see down there. Yeah, I don't think it's far enough. Yep. Okay. Okay, yep. I would need go into that and glamping. It would need glamping, it would. Oh, touch my computer, it's getting a bit warm. I'm just going to put.
Perfect.
Is that going in or what?
I can't do anything about it.
Are you all right, Michelle?
Yeah.
You got the attack of the giggles?
Oh. Sorry.
Oh, sorry, I've just got a new subscriber and she's laughing at it.
Oh, right, okay.
You can guess who it is. God knows why.
If it's who I think it is, I got one the other way.
Right.
Oh. Where is it? There. Just I think. And then just somewhere up this way. There we go. All right, I couldn't get my eyes on where it was, where the fixings was. And I keep shaking. It's not good. Stop shaking. Do that. Brace it across the legs. Okay. Do that bracing across there. Where has my clamp gone? Where has my clamp gone? My clamp had disappeared. It had. Okay. Let's have that one, that one, that one. Should we? That one. That one. Make sure she's got in there. Yeah, and there as well. Okay. Majed clamp it. Come on. Come on. Not too much.
Oh God, what's going on there? You all right?
Yeah, it's me. I'm just finding me the clamp. I just lost my clamp, I did.
It's no good when you lose your clamp. That's for
No.
sure.
It's no good if you lost your clamp. Hopefully, it'll clamp it somewhere along the line. It'll be. It won't move. Hopefully. Gently. Gently. Slipped off. Can't get on very well. Because the exhaust. Hold on. So I've got front, back.
Right.
To put it under the light. Just hope it hasn't moved.
How's all your clips going around your rear body, Dave? Have you lost any?
Yeah, I've lost one. Or two.
Yeah, mine pinged off as well.
I've lost two, I think it is. Could lose this clamp again in a minute if I don't. There we are. I've clamped it now. Yeah, okay. So, need to put this somewhere.
Well, I'll catch up with a little bit of chat while my glue's drying. So Lindsey says, stupid typing. Yeah, I'm like that.
Yeah, I'm like that, Lindsay. You're all right.
Sarah Jane says, Santa Pod is between Northampton and Bedford, so could be either county.
Right, okay.
Okay. Lindsay says hi to Daz. Rally Chef's Model Shed says, evening guys, not often I'm at the bench on a Saturday night. So
Good evening.
Hello, Rally Chef.
Nigel says hi to Lindsey's Builds. Tobody Go says it comes under Bedfordshire and has a Northampton postcode. And he says can never have enough clamps.
That's correct.
And then Dad says, my son just come in watching, wanting a shout out to Elliot. It's his birthday weekend. He's 8.
Wow. Happy birthday, Elliot.
Happy birthday, Elliot. Happy 8th birthday.
Happy 8th birthday, Elliot. Yeah, well done. So you'll soon be as old as what we are. And before you know it, you'll be drawing your pension. So enjoy life while you can, son. Yeah.
Don't worry, not everyone's like that.
My advice is to dream big and make it happen. So yeah, if you've got some really good dreams, make them happen while you can.
Start building models now.
Yeah.
But enjoy it.
Enjoy it, yeah. Where did you get to, Horlixs?
That's it. That's the chat for now.
Oh, I'll start it then.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. Just going to give this a few minutes to dry. Of course, I haven't done them wings yet, but I've made the bold statement of putting this back on. Now, I hope it's going to be right, but my back tyres want altering slightly. My tyres aren't glued on, you see. But it'll have to wait. Because I think what I'm going to do now is move on to the windows and doors. Actually. Right, maybe I ought to move on to that. Dingly ding. Yeah, maybe I ought to move on to that, I think. It's got so many sticky out bits of this thing now, you've got to be careful where you put your fingers to pick it up, haven't you?
I hope you're not offended, but I can't get the right spelling. But there we go.
Wow, there you go.
I couldn't find one with 2 T's on.
So happy birthday, Elliot. If we wasn't
happy birthday
being deemed by YouTube to get copyright and all the rest of it, we'd sing to you, but unfortunately we can't do that. So you'll have to just imagine that we've sang to you. So I bet you're pretty glad. Yeah, I bet you're pretty glad that we can't sing it to you neither. So.
There's a bit of combine harvester in there somewhere.
Bit combine harvester in there, aye.
Don't push it. Let it drop.
There's an helicopter outside.
Well, they found you.
Possibly, yeah. Doesn't sound good, doesn't that? Oh, I've got a little bit of black that I didn't do. God blimey, being 8. That was a long time ago for me. A long time ago.
Did they have an 8 back then?
Oh, well.
Do you know what I was thinking about the other day? I talked about birthdays. Was on the 29th of Feb. And having to wait 4 years for your next second birthday.
Exactly, yeah. Leap years. Very odd, that, isn't it? Yeah, it almost seems unfair, doesn't it? Surely you'd have a birthday, the 28th or the 1st, wouldn't you? Just to make up for it. Well, I would.
Dave Mack says, hi, happy birthday, Elliot. And David Bassett says, good evening, Alex. So Dave, Say, and Carl. So good evening, David. Thank you for joining.
Hi, David.
And happy
Always
birthday.
a pleasure.
Happy birthday song. So YouTube can't say anything. I've just had a message from Joshy.
David Bassett says, evening to Ian. And Daz says, many thanks, guys. He's over the moon. He's a big rugby player. Has a game tomorrow. Wants to be the next George Ford. Thanks again. No problem at all.
Now, I come from a city called Hull, Hull, and they have 2 rugby teams, so Hull Kingston Rovers and Hull FC. Now, you think Hull FC would be football, but they're not. They are actually rugby. And one year in particular, I think it was about 1979, both teams actually went to play at Wembley and for the final. So yeah, that was quite interesting because obviously both teams were pretty rival to one another, but both came from the fair city of Hull, which isn't very big. So yeah. But I think then the change from, I don't know, you'll understand this, Elliot, more than me, but the change from rugby league to rugby, whatever it was, yeah? Rugby union, something like that. Yeah, something like that. Rugby league to rugby union, something like that. That's when they changed. And so they sort of played different people. But then quite recently, they've been playing one another again. So what that quite means, I don't know, but it's quite interesting when you're in the city of Hull. And one of the teams, the Hull Kingston Rovers, are red and white, and the Hull FC ones are black and white. So, and it sort of denotes which side of the city you come from. Are you a red and white? No, I'm a black and white. Oh, you want to be a red and white, So yeah, Hull Kingston Rovers and Hull FC. That was exciting town. 79 or 80, I think it was, that they went to Wembley together. Of course, all the bus companies in Hull and surrounding areas all picked up these supporters, but all went to exactly the same place, going down exactly the same roads. So, of course, they really couldn't get out of one another's way. So yeah, there was a lot of tales of things that were happening back then to some of the supporters. Some things that aren't mentionable on here, but yeah, some of the things were quite fun, apparently.
And yes, that was the last century.
Yeah. It was the last century, yes. Goodness
it's
me.
horrible when someone says that.
Yeah. 1900 and what? Yeah. If you want to be a rugby player, get on with it. Do it. Go for it. Life's too short, young man. Fulfill your dreams. So, I totally forgot what I was doing now. Building this front end up, I think. Yep.
I don't understand why you're not fitting in your hole.
Yeah, same problem I had, I think. Some of these aren't fitting as good as what I'd like them to fit, but yeah, David Bassett says Hull City is the football club. Yeah, that's correct, David. Yeah, also known as the Tigers, Hull Tigers. So, yeah, the orange and blacks of football in the city. So, Hull City is the football club. Saw my team, Wycombe Wanderers, play them at their old Bulfrey Park back in 1995-96. That's going back some time, David, as well. Yeah, they have their own club that they play at now. So, yeah, and that's on the very famous Hull Fair site of Walton Street. So it's on there. So, which is pretty much next to East Yorkshire's garage on Anlaby Road, David. So David says, yeah, Hull City play in orange and black, and their nicknames is the Tigers. Yeah, that's correct. And even they've been in the Premier League and got into the Premier League via a very famous football player at Wembley. Yeah, Dino. Yeah, and locally known as a hero because obviously he scored a winning goal. So I don't know whether it was a goal or a penalty. I'm not into football, so you'll have to excuse me on that one. Mind you, I'm not into rugby neither. Dare us taking that apart? No, not yet. Let's see if we can do something else. Got them ready for that. That's ready for its windows, its front windows. No, it isn't. Let's have a look, shall we? Let's have a look. I actually tried to do a little bit on Matilda today and haven't been able to. It's too cold. Far too cold. Just wasn't very nice outside at all, so oops. Okay.
Hmm. I think I've got a misformed part.
You've got a misformed part?
Yeah, I'm just trying to check the sprue to make sure it wasn't anything I'd done. No. This part isn't long enough. There's like a whole bit missing, but it wasn't on the sprue.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not long enough. It doesn't go across.
Well, that's not good, is it?
It's definitely the right part. B7.
I wonder if you can...
Yeah. The only thing I can see is a slight... Because it should be here.
Oh,
There's
right.
this flat bit here that doesn't look right on the sprue.
Oh, right. Wondered if you could make it up somehow with something else. You know, like a bit of sprue that you could melt and pull out into the roughly to the shape that you need, or grind down a bit of sprue.
I think that's too advanced for me.
Okay, so I'll just pick up this bit of chat. Daz Faulkner says, really appreciate that. Thank you. He's gone off to tell his mum, buzzing, asking how many subs I've got. Thank you all. Well, that's another thing as well. Yeah, and while we're here about subs, if you don't mind, everybody, share the love and sub to one another. That would be great. So David Bassett says Matilda will wait patiently until you can get and give her some love, some TLC. Yeah, I have started on the boot, and yeah, I've had a bit of a disaster in the boot actually. So I wanted to paint inside the boat green because it had been painted with some looked like black bitumen or something. Anyway, I took the loose off as much as I could, but it wasn't sticky or anything. So I thought, well, I'll try and prime it. So I primed it with some grey paint, and it seemed to prime okay. So then I had some green paint. So I give it a coat of green paint by hand, and put the green paint on, and it didn't seem too bad, but it's taken 3 days to dry. Well, probably a bit more than that, actually. Anyway, I went outside today thinking that, you know, I'll maybe put a bit more green paint on for another coat. Started putting another coat of green paint on. It was covering lovely. And then less than 5 minutes into me painting it, it started bubbling up. And I thought, oh my goodness me. So what I'm going to have to do now, unfortunately, is scrape all the paint off and get it all down to bare metal and yeah, start again. So but that's going to be a job for much better weather when I can get outside and just do a bit. It wants a wire brush attachment on a drill and all drilling off and cleaning off, and then it wants repainting again. So yeah, I should have done that in the first place. Yeah, slap of the wrist for me and all that, but you learn by these things, don't you? So, and you don't know, you've got to experiment. So anyway, that's what I've got to do. I've got to take it all off, all the paint inside the boot, but it will look better than black bitumen, I'm sure, once it's done. So Drim Builds has joined us. He said, hi, Carl and panel. So hello, Drim.
Hi, Drim.
Hi, Jim. Good evening, mate.
And Drim says, chat and all. So hello to chat and all from Jim, from Drim. Goodness me. Stephen Haynes Model says, hi, Drim Builder. Drim Builder says, Horlixs, been a while, mate. Hope you are okay.
Yeah, good, thank you. Hope you're okay.
And Drim Builder says, come on, what's wrong with my pointer? There we go. Drim Builder says, hi, Stephen. Wayne Wellis says, hi, Drim. And we've got Ryan Scale Model Welding, and he says, hi, all. Hi, Ryan.
All right.
Hi, Ryan.
And Stephen Haynes Model says, hi, Ryan, Scale Model Weld. And Wayne Wellis says, hi, Ryan. And we've got Ryan Scale Model Weld says, was airbrushing tanks. Ooh. Jolly good.
We're doing a Churchill. No, Sherman. Sorry.
Oh, a Sherman. I love Sherman tanks. So Drim Builder says, hi, Wayne. Drim Builder says, hi, Ryan. And that's the chat caught up with. Why is my pointer start going all over the place? Could be that it needs a new battery. I don't know. Right. Let's have another look at this, shall we? Okay, dare I try a little bit of this? What shall we do? Let's try this one. See what this will do. Let's try cheating. It's not going to work. We don't think.
Well, I've put it on. It's going to have to be alpha pipe.
Okay. So how did the Wickham Wanderers get on today then, David? Did they win or lose or draw? Try that one on the Sprue. Okay. Sorry for being a bit quiet. I'm just concentrating. Yeah, not ideal, but so it will make it on the second round. So Ryan says, oh yeah, there's Sherman laughing out loud. And it says, need a black primer for olive drab, so don't have one. I think I used, can't remember what I used. Red oxide, I think I used last time for a bit of olive drab.
You're throwing in more colours now. A bit more confusion.
I'm sure I used red oxide. Okay.
Dooby dooby doo. Oh, you.
I think Daz is another name that I know around from the Facebook groups as well. Daz Faulkner, yeah, I'm sure that I've seen his name around some of the groups. Either that or you've got a doppelganger, Daz. Somebody who uses your name. Oh, come on, don't be a pain. Come on. Get in there, there we are. I'm cheating. Wait, cheating, I am. Don't tell anybody, will you?
No.
That's all right then.
I haven't got a cap.
Why is it I'm thinking of country songs today, Cal? Cumberland Gap.
Don't have to.
15 miles to the Cumberland Gap. What was I singing before I came on stage?
I don't know. I don't want to remember.
I don't want to remember.
Cumberland Gap, was that not more skiffle than country?
Yeah, I think it was. Yeah, actually, yeah. Bit of skiffle band. God blimey, skiffle. I watched somebody else on YouTube. Go on, say.
I was just saying, not that I know what skiffle is.
You don't know what skiffle is? All right.
No, too
No,
young to remember. No, he is one when we donned a gun or anything like that.
Isn't that the type of frying pan?
Oh, I've gone on so much in the garden. Oh, okay. No.
Skiffle.
Meant my laugh right at the wrong time.
That's someone I follow on YouTube as well. Guy with well, they actually call him, God, what do they call him? Little Chuck, the one-man skiffle machine. Yeah. You want to watch him, he's brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Little Chuck, the one-man skiffle machine.
I think if I started watching stuff like that, I'm sure to revoke my YouTube privileges.
Oh, come on, stop skating all over the place. Come on. Where's my top done? Right, let's have a look. So David Bassett said, sadly lost two. Sorry, David. Sadly lost 2-4 at home to Barnsley Oh, goodness me. Despite taking the lead twice, it did not help that our substitute came on in the 67th minute and got shown a straight red card in the 68th minute. Oh, my goodness me. So, Ryan Scale Modelling Well says Emhar models are hard to find. Their World War I tanks are out of stock. Yeah. Sometimes they come up on eBay. Yeah, have a look on eBay. When Welly says there are places to find them online or in some shops. Yeah.
Yeah, Jadlam usually stock them.
Jadlam, yeah, that's it. David Bassett says Lonnie Donegan did that. Yeah, he did. That's right. So Ryan Scale Model Well says there is a 135th and 172. I like both scale tanks, Emhar. Wayne Welly says, I know Hobbycraft stock the Emhar trucks and the Tadpole tank. Yeah, sometimes I do. Dave Mac Build says I got another build today while I was in Bury. And Monday I'm going to get a few more builds. Not sure what yet, but I hope something jumps out at me and catches my eye. Wow. That's brilliant, Dave Mac. Ryan says, yeah, the Tadpole tank I want, laughing out loud. Yeah, have a look in Hobbycraft and have a look online. Hobbycraft do an online thing as well, don't they?
Yeah, I think so.
They don't have they don't have the stock on it, like.
No.
You're better off going in store.
Be able to get that one in. It's a bit dry on my fingers. So Ryan says, oh, Jadlam have it. Brill.
Not just a pretty face.
Jadlam Racing. Yeah, going back to Matilda, David Bassett, I've got a lot to do, really. I've got a lot of little bits to do. And yeah, I know it'll wait. It's not really important that it's done. And it's not as if we're going out anywhere just right now, you know, because obviously not going out anywhere at the minute, but I just want to do a bit to it now and again, but it's just well, it's like everything, isn't it? It's the weather. You know, the weather's against you really when you especially compromise with your health and everything, and can't get out as much as what you want to do. Okay, so we'll go for putting that one in first once it dries. excuse me. So, can't remember whether the radiator pushes right into the shroud or not.
Do you know what? I always get confused with that, and it's sort of, it will go all the way in if you push it, but then I'm not sure if it's supposed to.
Yeah.
Well, I just did mine where it felt comfortable because I had wiring through it as well.
Yeah, yeah. I think, yeah.
Right. That's the other side done. That's got set. I've plastered on the gloss black over the two wires to cause like a giant bubble.
Yeah.
And then when that sets, it like the other side, it goes like hard. So
yeah,
just to take shape.
Yeah. I see that. Yeah.
Oh. It's just a bit of light on it. Just here.
Yeah. If that will dry. No. See if I can clean it. Right. Around a little bit. Is it the right way? Okay, where's it gone? Who's had it? Who's pinched it? Where's it gone?
No, but whoever's had it, they've had one of my colours as well.
Good.
I lost it. I lost a cocktail stick.
Plenty of them.
Yeah, I've got plenty, but I put one out earlier and it done the disappearing act. Please. Right. Where's it gone now? There.
Right.
Get in there. Okay. One. Okay. It's PVA that I'm using, obviously, so just paint that one up again. Shall I stick that in? Let's just have a look at that. I'm happy with it. Could be. So our son's been to a little rally today in the town of Tadcaster. It was like an invite rally where he took one of his 1915 listers, I think he took today. So it's organised by a good friend's wife, who was actually she's actually the lay pastor of Tadcaster in the church there, like, so it was rather good. They had this little rally around Tadcaster today, and I think they've raised a bit for church funds or something, so which was rather good. Okay, not too much, you know. Don't press too hard. I'll just leave it at that. Right, let's have a look at this then. A bit more chat. Dave Builds says my Emhar breakdown truck and tipper truck are coming along very well so far. They're lovely little builds, and I've got you all to thank for that. No, thank you for taking them on, Dave, and videoing them as well on your YouTube. So pop along to Dave Builds, everyone, and have a look at his Bedford builds too, and the rest of his builds that he's doing, because he's doing one build a day every day, and he's doing not completing one build, but doing so much of it every day, and he's doing a big variety of builds now as Dave Builds, which is brilliant. Ryan Scale Model Well says, found the Bedford truck as well, laughing out loud. What are we like? We've got a bad influence on people, haven't we?
They are really good builds.
Yeah, without a shadow of a doubt. So David Bassett says, always something to do when you own a classic car or bus. Wish I could afford one. Yeah, I would have another bus like yesterday, but my health's not up to having one, David, sadly. So, but yeah, they do take an awful lot of looking after. So, which is one of the reasons why we got Matilda, because it's not that bad. Just little improvements we're doing here, there, and everywhere. Mostly improvements to keep it original, and redoing work that other people seem to have done to it that isn't sort of quite right, or could be improved upon. So, and thankfully with all Morris Manners, you can get pretty much everything you need. So, and again, everything that you need is quite cheap. So there's benefits to having a car that's got lots going for it that way. As I say, I would have had another bus like yesterday, but I simply have not got the money or the health to actually look after one more. So we picked something a little bit more easier. Round scale model well said. I've made the Bedford in 172 Airfix one a while ago. Okay, would that have been an Austin in 172 Airfix? I don't remember a Bedford being an O-type Bedford, unless you mean the Q-type. But then again, I'm not up with Airfix models that well. So Wayne Welly says, for me, there's only one thing that I want from Jad Lamb, and that is it's the Tamiya 132 F14 Tomcat as cheapest place to get it.
Yeah, I'd like that as well, Wayne.
Okay. Have you tried MJR models? Mike Jolly. Just a suggestion. I'm not sponsored by him in any way, shape, or form or anything, but yeah, MJR, Mike Jolly. But other places are available, of course. So Wayne Welly says, yeah, £116. Goodness me. Yeah. 132 scale though as well. It's going to be a big plane, that one.
Yeah, nice one.
A big canary plane, that one. Mind you, not as big as 124, I suppose. 124 is a scale I'd like to see in several models. I know they do the Spitfire do Airfix now in 124, don't they?
Yeah.
I'm not so sure that I'd go. Well, I know they don't do one at the minute, but 124th Lancaster. Oof.
Ooh.
Goodness me. Tempting.
Mm.
Very tempting. Very tempting indeed. Get that in there.
The Lancaster's got a place in people's hearts, hasn't it?
Yeah. I suppose the Spit has really, and the Hurricane and such like.
Yeah.
It doesn't seem as good as what the other one is it?
I must say the Lancaster for me rather than over the Spitfire or anything.
Yeah. I have the HK Lancaster 132 scale to build, and I'm not going for the R-shaped one because it's quite simply can't afford it.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, it's an awful lot of money. It's a big plane. And it's,
Cheers. Cheers.
I think we all of us that did the Spitfire have got slight reservations about it as well.
I'm not sure. I think Penny's bought both.
Yes.
She's bought a model and the kit, the part works.
Yeah.
I think.
Yes, she has.
I think she was going to do the comparison with Building with the Boys.
Right.
Like a collaboration of builds where Penny had this notion, and she's had it for a long time really, about part works and plastic scale models, You know, are they actually worth it in the end? You know, could you actually do it cheaper if you bought a plastic scale model, for instance, and you did it over so many weeks? And I don't know that Penny's obviously going to make a fantastic job of the HK Lancaster though, because she's got all the extra bits, all the extra photo etch and what have you, which would be brilliant. And then the electronics as well to make the propellers go on, lights and sounds and things. That would be brilliant. So yeah, Wayne Welly, I've got a DC3 that's in 132 scale.
Just waiting to pass over to me.
132 scale. I actually haven't touched it for a little while now. So I got the nose cone pretty much built. But then there's some work to do in the cabin and what have you. The pilot seat, what have you. Got the seats made, but yeah, it's your favourite plane, that, isn't it, Cal?
It is.
The DC3 or the C47.
Only because I worked on them.
Yeah.
When I was a youngster.
Come on, fingers work.
I used to fly freight and over to Ireland and Isle of Man every day.
Oh, how lovely.
The noise and the smell was beautiful.
Oh, yeah.
But I enjoyed it because I got to go, you know, every so many months the pilots have got to be tested and the plane's got to be tested. So they used to do it, so you're on your way back from a delivery and they just do a diversion. So we used to go when they were testing the plane and testing the pilots as well.
Oh, wow.
And you got the option. You got an option of staying on the plane and going with them, or going and have a brew.
Yeah.
Obviously, you're gonna go with them.
Exactly. Yeah.
Boating, landing, and takeoff, and shutting engines down and gliding. And,
fantastic! What an honour and a privilege that must have been.
Oh, it was brilliant.
So Wayne Welly says it's about 3 feet. Yeah, it's the 132 wingspan, round about 3 feet of all these planes have been on about, like. So Dave Matt Bill says, I'm going to say good night, guys. It's been a great stream as always. I'll catch up with you tomorrow night, and night all in Chatland. So good night, Dave Matt. And don't forget, everybody in chat, pop along to Dave Matt Bills and subscribe to his channel because it's very well worth it. So David Bassett says Penny is building the Hong Kong 132 scale Lancaster, but I've just watched Steve of the model shed start the build of the border models version, which is £600 plus, and but it's much better than the HK one. Yeah, I have the HK one, and simply because I knew the border models one was coming out, but I knew that the price would be double of what the HK one was, and I compromised by buying the HK one simply because I had the money at the time, and I wasn't sure how long I would be able to keep hold of the money to save up for the border models one. But I knew that the border models one has a better interior, but because what I'm going to do with mine is eventually, hopefully, put it on a coffee table, with a glass cover over the top. Nobody's going to be looking in the cockpits or anything that closely. And thinking about doing something similar to what Penny will be doing as well, by putting motors in it and getting all the propellers to work. So Wayne Welly says cause the F14 I have is 148 and 144 versions. So just needs the 172 and 132 to complete the range. Now, funny you should say that, because as you know, we've done the Route Masters, and Christine wanted to do the Shilibia Route Master in George Shilibia colours, and so I painted it for her and she put it together, and we have so that's 112 scale. So then we've got 124 scale. We've got the Sunstar model Route Master in Shilibia's colours, and then next one down we've got the 150th scale Corgi one in 150th scale. Then the next one down we've got I believe it's 176 scale, and then we've got the 144 scale. So yeah, we've got all the 5 scales, I think it is, and quite often 2 or 3 times it's happened now. We've taken all these buses along to somewhere, put them on. We've got a big Lazy Susan, put them on a Lazy Susan, and the amount of people that it attracts, you know, just looking at the. A lot of people say, "Oh, it's like them Russian dolls, you know, one fits inside the other." Well, it doesn't quite happen like that, but I suppose it's how people would look at that. So. Yeah, it does cause an awful lot of interest. And if you're displaying them in a cabinet or anything like that, then I can see exactly where you're coming from on that score. It's well worth doing. I think what I'm going to do here is put that window in there.
Where were you?
Pardon?
So I was looking for my chip quick.
You chip quick?
Yeah. AKA Flux.
All right. Right. So we'll quickly cleaned and then pop it in. And I can still hear the helicopter outside. Goodness me. Yeah. Get in.
Oh.
Let's untangle this. See if it's fastened itself. Hopefully it has. There we go. That's one. And that one. Okay. How's it around to it? I don't know. Something appears loose. What appears loose? You have to get near the camera, near the light. That's it. That's in, I believe. That's it, yeah. That's another that's loose. No. Right. Yep, that's in. If it's a spare wheel that was loose, maybe. Okay, so that's the body glued to the chassis. Okay, so I need to sort the tyres out, I need to sort the wings out, I need to sort the front out. So let me get the headlights in first. And I might put that on that. Ow, 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 my leg. Oh. Oh. Cramp. Right. You might have noticed that I'm leaving my decals until last because I want it all together to put the decals on. Right, so
I think I might run a test wire because
did you say you might run a test wire?
I'm going to use another LED because I'm not sure if I need to resist this or not. I'm hoping I don't have to, but if I use an old one that's not embedded in the model, if it blows up, it doesn't matter. I mean, it's got resistors on the board, so I can't see why I need to worry about it, but I just don't know.
Yeah. Come on. Get in there, look. And I want to go in equally. Bit difficult.
It's gone from plastic modelling to electronics, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, we get through quite a lot of subjects on here on a night time, don't we? So I think last time we was streaming, I went on about the YTV television programme South Riding, which was made in 1973. One fingers. And I'm going to say now that I once knew someone who was a mechanic all his life, and he lost his hearing, but you could still take a car to him or any vehicle, and all he would have to do is lay his hand on the engine whilst the engine was running, and he would tell you exactly what was wrong with it. Very, very experienced engineer he was. And I don't know why I brought that subject up, but I just thought about it the other night while I was in bed. As you do, your mind wanders, doesn't it? And I thought, wonder if anybody's heard of anything like that before in the past. A deaf engineer who you could take any car, van, truck, bus to him, and he would say, "Can I feel the engine?" And he'd lay his hand on top of the engine and say, "Yeah, that's so and so. You need to do this." Or he'd say, "Right, let's twiddle this screw on the carburetor and see if we can. That's better." And he'd get it running better. Marvellous chap he was. He lived fairly local to here. Well, I say fairly local. He lived in a little village called Brantingham. Many, many years ago. More than 50 years ago. Okay, I'll do it for now. Well, it says it's like the Bismarck. I have a few of them in different scales. Yeah, I think it's good when you can do that with the different scales. Well, it says Horlixs has a flux capacitor.
Yeah.
And Nigel Branthwaite says the Dakota is my favourite aircraft too. A 4-in-172 scale. 2 are the new Airfix kit sets. I think it's a fantastic model. Yeah, definitely.
They go together all right.
Definitely is. Yeah, they go together all right, being 172.
Maybe have an Airfix. I've not. So, I still haven't built one. Santa didn't bring me one.
Santa didn't bring you one?
Yeah. He said I'd have enough.
This is my Dakota so far. It's got pallet seats in. I mean, yeah, it wants a lot of work, but you've got to build it up with the pallet seats and the instrument panels and goodness knows what. So, yeah.
It's too clean. Not enough scratches.
It's going to be a long time because it's only on the first box and I haven't finished yet. And 14 is the 14 boxes? 14 boxes, I think. So, oh dear. Yeah, the good old Dakota. Really nice airplane. We get to see one when we go to East Kirkby. And I do believe there's one at Elvington now as well. New York, Elvington, New York. Yeah, museum. Didn't know there was one there, but I saw a picture the other day and I think they're having a D-Day open day or something in May, and they've got a Dakota there that's had its wings painted with the D-Day markings.
Stripes. What's that? I don't know if it's still there, but Danno, is it Biggin Hill or something? Biggin Hill?
Yeah.
There's loads of decoters and parts down there for them. Well, they used to be.
Yeah.
So that's where we used to go to pick up bits.
Yeah, Biggin Hill, they call it, don't they? Yeah.
Mm.
It's a lovely aeroplane. Sorry about that. I'm ever so tired. What can I do now? Well, I'm just, I suppose. Actually waiting for that to dry there, so. And there's little bits on the counter now. Come on, get in there. Let me just go to the bottom of the windows, I think.
Yeah, that's gonna happen.
So could I do a bit of a mock-up? Probably, I'm not sure. Without the doors, of course. On my neck. I'm going to sit in there or not. Don't. Maybe, maybe not.
Come on, don't do that to me, please.
I'll try not to.
These wires. It's like soldering strands of hair.
I'm going to say they're very small, aren't they? Now, why is that to one side slightly? I don't know. That means it's not sitting right. Could be. Let's move that to one side. That to one side. Do a bit of investigating. Did I not glue them in? I can't remember it quite.
Right.
There we are. That's why. Okay. So I didn't glue them in, but it wasn't sitting right. That's it. Okay. Okay. Ryan Scale Model Well says I'm back, and Ryan says found my old Airfix Bedford truck, needs more paint on, laughing out loud. Aha. Would it be the square fronted one, Ryan? Square fronted Bedford, old army one. The OY or OX Bedford.
No, I needed more painting, so it was the, oh well.
Oh well, I wish. Yeah.
Sorry, bad joke.
No, it was good. I saw the funny side of it.
That's what I meant. Must be a bad joke. Oh.
So I'm not going to fix that in place yet because I need to get that lined up on there. I'm not going to do the doors yet because I don't need to. Because I can build the doors up, then put them on, can't I? Yeah. Yeah.
I can't remember which way that goes.
We're going to put that hinge on now. There's still a hinge missing somewhere.
Well, it's no good. Got a hinge loose.
Yeah. Bonnet things I'll leave till later on. I've got that thing to go on bonnet across there that you did. Well, you're missing some bits, I am. There's one. Thankfully, you get some spares, don't you? Two bits of plastic. Oh, I've already cut one off. Oh, why did it do that? It sprung off. There it is. I found it. Where did you go, you little weasel? This is where you sand down a bit more fingers rather than plastic. You watch it with the wrong side one now. No, it's all right. It don't matter. A bit ambidextrous, aren't they? Yep. What did I put them on with? We can't remember. Oh, come on. Very, very, very small. Right there. Yeah. Get in there then. Yeah. Carefully, carefully. Oh, I moved it with my thumb. Oh, you useless piece of timber. Come on, get in there. I have to have it turned right way around now. It's a useless piece. The 2x2 it is. Oh, come on. It doesn't go. Don't want to play a ball. That way, please. Okay. bit of that. Right, get it in. This is I don't want to go into the hole. There we go. There we are. Don't touch it now. Just touch it with, push it in with grabbers. There we are. Nicely in. Okay. So, any more missing? No. 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 Good. Okay, so that's that job done. Haven't glued the rod in. No, haven't glued the wings in. No. Got to glue the cab in and try and get it to a stage where I can leave it. So Ryan Scale Modelling says, yeah, that's the one. Yeah, the one with the front square fronted front. So the Bedford OY or OX, it would probably be. And then Nigel says, Dave, the cockpit of your Dakota looks great. Cal, the 172 Airfix Dakota goes together fairly well. You may need, you may have some gap at the back that could be awful modelling. Could be my awful modelling, he says. So
yeah, I know that feeling well. I'm gonna have to get one.
Thank you for that, Nigel. No, it's I would like to name this one that I'm doing after the Hull aviator, Amy Johnson. She famously flew Jason, her little plane, many miles across seas and everything, and was a solo female flight champion. She was an RAF pilot as well, female pilot, and she was also good friends with Amelia Earhart, or AE as she was known to her friends. Didn't think that was improper. It is now. So yeah, AE, Amelia Earhart, went missing over one of the oceans, but Amy Johnson was her best friend. She famously went missing, did AE, and recently they think that they may have found her aeroplane in the bottom of this sea. It's a mystery that wants really solving. It's been a mystery for many years. So Amelia Earhart's plane, I forget which type it was now, but I think it was a twin engine plane, a bit like a Blenheim, something like that. I think it was. I'm not sure. But it went missing with her and her navigator. Now, there was a big conspiracy thing that she actually crashed it near an island and she survived and he survived and they ran off into the sunset together, but I'm not sure about that. But anyway, the controversy taken another twist, and that's because recently they think they found her plane, or shapes that looks like her plane at the bottom of the ocean, Amelia Earhart's plane. But also what is very strange about this is that Amy Johnson's plane, she was actually working for the RAF delivering brand new aeroplanes in wartime, and she actually crashed landed one of the planes into the River Thames. And it was also said that somebody tried to retrieve her body from the River Thames while she was drowning, and her body was never recovered. And I believe her plane was never recovered, and artifacts were never recovered neither. So, but what's also strange about this is that there's a bit of a controversy about that one as well, that it could have been that her plane was actually shot down by friendly fire and it landed in the Thames when it was shot down. And there's also another thing that's a bit strange about this as well, is that I watch somebody on Facebook that does a tideline search of the River Thames. They just have a little trowel and they're just, picking among the stones and things, and they've found coins and broken bits of pottery and all sorts of everything. And they've found an RAF badge of a lady. So obviously a lady pilot's RAF sweetheart badge that would be from roughly the area that Amy Johnson went missing in the Thames. I've actually asked her to try and research to see if it is Amy Johnson's brooch that she would have been wearing as a woman pilot when she crash landed into the River Thames, and her body was never found. So, but I haven't heard anything yet. So, anyway. So, Nigel Branthwaite says, hope to do one of the Royal Danish Air Force Dakota when in the 1977 film A Bridge Too Far.
Mm.
Yes.
I like the idea of having one with a glider behind it.
Oh, yeah, that'd be good, wouldn't it? Yeah, that would be good.
I've got a little bit of an update.
Okay.
So I've fitted I don't know where that's going to go yet. I'm going to have to really. I was hoping that was going to face downwards out the bottom, because that circuit board is a perfect size to fit between the chassis.
Yeah.
But the button is bang in the middle, and it's the prop is blocking it. Then I thought about doing it up the back, but that's a bit too high. But I don't quite know yet. And obviously the battery's in there. But that is all going to get covered up. And I've not done the rear yet, but it was just to test it. So it'll be as it is. It's battery powered.
Yeah.
And if we tap the back,
oh, it works perfect.
Or anywhere you can just tap the model. You can have like dim, medium, and bright.
Fantastic!
Wow, brilliant!
That is absolutely
just have to give it a gentle nudge, and it will change.
Yes.
Or you can switch it and have it on all the time without the touch feature. But once it's all glued together, just a little nudge, and you can change the light settings on it.
Absolutely fantastic.
That's how it's going to work.
Yes, absolutely wonderful.
And I have put a resistor on. It did seem to work without one on the other one. Just on the brightest setting, it very slightly changed its brightness and colour. So I was like, no, I'm going to put a resistor on and be safe. As well, another resistor.
Yeah.
It's coming out all right. It's still really bright. So, yeah.
Absolutely
You
fantastic.
can just tap the wing if you want. You can just tap it wherever you want.
Perfect.
But if you want it on dimly, then there you go.
Yeah.
And obviously, I've got to do the interior as well.
Yeah.
All of the lights will be on the same, so
Same
it'll all
circuit,
dim together.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
How fantastic.
Bit of
Really
an
is.
update here. Just
Yeah.
testing some of the electronics before I start gluing and running wires everywhere, you know.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Cool.
So a little bit more chat. David Bassett says Amelia Earhart's plane was a twin-engine Lockheed. Yeah, that's the one. Model 10E Electra. Went missing in 1937 over the Pacific Ocean. Yeah, that's correct. Many theories of what happened to her. Yes, there is.
There's a lot.
Yeah. Recently, as I said, there's been a shape found in the Pacific Ocean about 100 miles before one of the islands, which is round about where she was at the last reported radio message. And the shape looks very similar to a Lockheed Electra, but they won't know yet. But apparently they're going to find out this year whether it is airplane or not. They're going to go back to the site. Nigel Branthwaite says it wasn't a Lockheed Electra. That's correct, Nigel. And Stephen Haynes Model says, hi, Nigel Branthwaite. Stephen Haynes Model says, hi, David Bassett. David Bassett says, the latest scan of the ocean discovered a plane about 61 miles from a last known position. They think it was the navigational error caused by them crossing the data line and not turning. Yeah, that's correct, David. And David Bassett says their chart back a day. Yeah, that's correct. So yeah, there was unsure at the time whether it was less than 100 miles, but certainly not more than 100 miles from where they last communicated with her. So yeah, 61 miles would be about right, wouldn't it? So now I'm still not happy with this front fixing here because it looks as though it's moved a little bit to this front fixing. But what I've also found out is that I may have fixed the chassis to the body, to the back body, but I didn't fix the chassis down where I unstuck it from, did I?
You should be able to get in there, can't you, with the brush?
Yeah, I can get in there, no problem. What I'm going to do is leave it slightly loose at the minute because I want to put the cab on to see how far we are. And I just don't want to push me on my windows and then I haven't put the bar across on the cab yet. So I just going to go for a loose fitting, if you like, to see where we are.
I think what I might do is fit that at an angle like that, hot glue that in place, and then the button will be at the bottom here, just by the exhaust.
Yeah.
Or
where's the bar? Where's the bar? That one's in. That one isn't. See if we can wiggle it in. There Yeah. Is that one in? Yeah. So I don't want to sit there very well, I don't think. Let's have a look. Yeah. Right. Oh, come on, Butterfingers. Butterfingers. Yeah, power off. Oh yeah, we are off a little bit, aren't we? So yeah, move forward. Okay. Yeah. So much pushing back a little bit. That's pushing forward a little bit. Okay. Well, I'm not far off. So I get there that I don't like. Okay. So that would go in there, that would go in there, yeah. That's certainly the nearest I've had it yet. Oh, ow. Oh. So yeah, and front's glued on the end, so that's okay. David Bassett says, hi, Steve Names Models. And then David Bassett says, these little Bedford lorry models really are lovely little kits. You three are certainly doing them justice. Well done. Thank you, David.
Thank you.
Nigel says, the woman pilots in World War II did delivery flights of aircraft to air stations with unarmed aircraft, very vulnerable to attack from enemy aircraft. Very brave pilots. Indeed there was, Nigel. Indeed there was.
And unfortunately not very well remembered.
Yeah, unfortunately. Amy has a museum in Bridlington, or very close to Bridlington, at the Amy Johnson Museum at Sowerby Hall, and they run a museum in her honour. And my Rington's tea man that comes, he actually, along with some prisoners, made a replica of her aeroplane called Jason, the Tiger Moth that she broke the record in solo flying. So he actually, as I say, along with some prisoners from Hull jail, they actually set to and they built a replica, which is or was in Hull at the St Stephen's shopping centre, and I think they was going to place it in the museum, but I'm not sure where it's gone. But the real Jason plane is in one of the big museums down south somewhere, and they won't allow Hull to have it back as a memorial to her, which is such a shame, really. So we've actually seen the replica, and it looks absolutely wonderful. So Nigel Brownthwaite says, hello to Stephen Haynes Models. think I caught up on chat there. Yeah, I was actually watching this lady mudlarking on the Thames, and just one of her videos she'd put out, and she'd found this brooch, which was obviously from a World War II lady pilot, and I just suggested to her that it might be from Amy Johnson. But as I say, I've not heard anything back from her, so I suppose it depends on how many lady pilots ditched in the Thames, and I suppose there'd be more than one, wouldn't they?
Hmm?
Right. So, what am I going to do now to see if that's square? Put that on because that would go nicely there. So while David Bassett's here, I'm just going to tell David Bassett what I'm going to do with. I have two Sunstar yellow way coaches, Bedford OLBDs, and there was both bought off eBay, and there was both lots of parts missing and broken and what have you. And I was thinking about doing it, I don't know, a diorama of a scrapyard or something, and then I thought perhaps I ought to try and cut one up and make one into a seafront service Bedford OLBD coach that me and my dad used to have many years ago. I saved the one from a scrapyard at Ingham in Lincolnshire. Its registration was ONO 89, and we saved it from scrap, and then unfortunately wasn't able to keep it. We got it back to our home and everything, but wasn't able to keep it for that long, and I sold it on to a preservationist that said he was going to restore it, but never did. And it was the seafront service one, and there was two. Sorry, I think there was four made, and there was only two then in existence. One was LTA such and such and such and such, which is now with Lodge's coaches in Essex, I believe, and the other one was this one we had, and I think there were four made for Eastern National for the Skegness Seafront Service and down there, and there was made with like open sides, and so that obviously the nice sea breeze would run through and everything, and there was made with leather seats so that obviously if the seats got wet they could just wipe the seats over. So but I was thinking of the Sunstar 1/24 scale Bedford OLBD coach would be an ideal substitute to cut the sides out and make a seafront service out of it. So I was actually looking at one the other night thinking, well, yeah, I'll maybe cut one of them up and make it into a seafront service Bedford. So Nigel Branthwaite says, do agree with you, Carl, on the ladies there.
Definitely.
Didn't get the recognition that they so deserved. Must have been quite a frightening world to be in, must a man's world of flying a gigantic aircraft and And besides that, I mean, everything else that they did during the war, you know, there was in the arms making bullets and rockets and goodness knows what, and then driving tractors and ploughing fields, and yeah, as well as the everyday female jobs of bringing up children and, you know, and everything else that they did normally. So yeah, it must have been quite harrowing times during the war. So David Bassett says that sounds a fascinating project. I've seen a photo of the one belonging to lodges. It looks very weird with open sides and toe track seating, so Dave. Yeah. As I said, we had one identical and many years ago, and we saved it from a scrapyard. Saved it from the Twills scrapyard at Ingham. In Lincolnshire, and Twills were they had 2 yards, one in Ingham and one in Cameringham. I think it was Ingham we got this one from. It was beside the church or something, and it'd been stood in the yard for many years, and we actually towed it home. So. To 2 villages away from here, so where I used to live with my dad. And as I say, we had to part with it, and we parted with it to an old friend at that time who said it was going to restore it, but we have heard nothing from him at all and nothing about the bus, so we presume that it's long gone. And so that was many years ago now. It'd been stood that long, David, that the engine and gearbox had all seized up, and there was hardly anything left of the framework, and it was just basically holding together with the screws in the panels. There was no wood around it anyway, so it was a serious rebuild. But we knew how important it was to be saved, really, because there was, as I say, I think there was only 4 that were actually converted originally. So Nigel says, Cal, would you do a Dakota model towing a glider leave of the tail cone?
Leave off the tail cone? I don't get that. They were detachable, weren't they, for loading? Were they? I don't know.
So Wayne Welly says he's back. Hello, Wayne.
Hi, Wayne, I'm front.
Yeah, I'm side.
Horlixs is the other side.
Yeah. That makes a complete circle then, doesn't it? What time are we? Oh, no, it's 10 o'clock. So I am going to stop there because I'm so close to. I don't want to finish it today, but the backboards, all I've got to do is put them on and glue them on. The doors I've got to glaze and then put the doors on and the handles and things. The bonnet sides I've got to put the 4 catches on. The lights, the side lights I've got to put on the wings. So what's the side lights? And I've got to glaze them. And then I've got to glue the cab in situ on the front the front wings and the radiator surround and the bumper. And then I've got to put decals on, and that is about it. Decals will be my last thing I'm going to do. I'm not going to decal it before. I'm pretty sure I can get around it where I need to get the decals on with it being a complete model. But my goal for tonight was to get it sitting fairly right on the bench here, and I have. It's okay. It all sits together. It's not far out anyway. And I think this wing might want tweaking a little bit. The bumper will fit. I'm just offering the bumper up and it will fit. So yeah, that will go together nicely. And so yeah, so close. And yet so far. We've quoted that many songs tonight, haven't we?
Come on. Get in there. You little monster.
Is it a little monster, Mike?
There he is. Hey. I found a perfect little cable grip built into the model. That's ideal.
Good.
Just down under the chassis there.
Ah.
Yeah.
Right. That's me.
Very good, sure. I think that one's tweaking, then that'll sit better then. Push that side. But you can't pose the wheels in it, that you can't turn the wheels. Yeah. So I'm gonna show you where I'm up to, and I can explain what I'm. Oh goodness me! Explain what I've done. I've got to do.
Yeah, I'm about done. I was just going to get all this wired so I can give you.
Okay, no worries. Right, so at the minute I can't really. Well, I suppose I could pick it up, but it's just held together loosely at the minute. So yeah, we've got all the front together. It wants gluing. All the cab wants gluing onto the chassis. The wings want gluing onto the chassis. The front wants gluing onto the chassis. The bonnet will be able, so I can take it off. The back body caused me some big problems, and I've still got to glue underneath the rails where the rails was loose on the chassis, because it does move a little bit, but not a lot, thank goodness. So still to go on then is the side boards, and then we'll all go on the sides. The end board, and that'll go on the end. Can't get it in camera shot. Come on. That long. Come on. Get in there. So yeah, so the back board will go on there. The doors, they want glazing, and they want the handles putting on, and the wing mirror out the sides. So, and then on the bonnet there is 4 lugs that need putting on, which are twist handles that go in there. On the wings here, they want the side lights popping on. On the front, they want glazing and painting silver on the inside, and glazing with the glass that we've got there. And the bumper wants to be popped on, which is just there, which I haven't popped on yet. And that will take us very, very close to putting the decals on. It has a decal across here, a Bedford decal across there. It'll have some silver stripes on the radiator grille. It'll have some decals along the sides, and yeah, perhaps on the sides of the body as well. So yeah, so that's as far as I've got, and as I say, very close now. So very close to getting it finished. Are you ready to pop across to you, Cal?
Yeah.
Okay, so there we go. The floor's all yours.
Well, the wheels are on.
Oh.
The interior's in. The cab's glued down, and I've just glued up the bonnet, so that's taped on, so it doesn't move.
Yeah.
The little lugs are on. The bumper's on. Steering wheel, all the inside's done. Just waiting for the glass and the doors.
Yeah.
But otherwise, it's pretty much there.
Superb.
I think it looks quite good.
I think it looks
Quite like it.
Yes, indeed. Smashing. Yes, indeed. Lovely colours. Yeah, I do like it. Yeah, without a shadow of a doubt.
I don't want to move it around too much. I don't want that falling off.
Yeah. Well, I'm the same. I don't want to move it around too much. Now I've got it to that stage. So, are you ready to come to you then, Horlixs?
Yeah.
Well, let me bring the chat up first, and then we'll come to you, because I've got quite a bit of chat.
I just got one more. Sorry, I just want to.
That's okay. David Bassett says, I remember many years ago, Hanson Dorset stripped a Bristol LH down to its chassis and then put a bespoke body on to make a replica 1930s charabanc with a folding cloth roof, toast rack seats, etc. Yeah, I think I remember that as well. A lot of people might be scratching their head now and saying, what's a toast rack got to do with the bus? But that's what the called them really was, a toast rack. And that's because, the seats were literally behind one another as they went down the bus. And there was all open sided so that you could obviously get the bracing of the seat air and everything. So it just looked like a toast rack, I suppose. So yeah, many seaside companies had different ones, either open top buses or toast rack open sided buses. Very popular back in the day there was, and still about now and again with open top services such as Scarborough. They still run services open topped in the summer season. So Wayne Wellis has popped in on Oz Scale Modeler as Senior was live. Yeah, I do believe that Oz Scale Modeler was live. He's been doing the Route Master bus and several other lovely projects across there as Oz Scale Modeler. He is a brilliant guy, he really is. So Lindsey's build says, looking good, guys. Thank you, Lindsey. Thank you ever so much. It means an awful lot to us. I'm quite liking this one actually, rather than the other one. But having said that, I like them all. So, and this is the first long wheelbase one of two. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to finishing it off. Really. So. Nigel says off, yeah, and what's that in connection with? That's the tail. Leave the tail cone off. Yeah. Nigel says great live stream. Bedfords are looking fantastic. Can't how close you are to getting to the end of them. Yes. Well, we are getting close to getting to the end of them, but there'll be a couple of weeks that we're having off, and then we'll be starting the next one in the series, and the next one in the series will be the blue tanker there. that's on the box. So yeah, we'll be starting the blue tanker. So yeah, that'll be another long wheelbase one. And but as I say, we'll have a couple of weeks off, and then we'll let you all know when we start the blue tanker. But we've got to get this one finished, of course, first. And as I say, we're not far off. We're very nearly there now. I did knock my model there when I got the box. Stay. Yeah, we're not far off getting off the end of another one. So Lindsey says, don't think I'll be able to catch up as you guys are nearly there. You're all right, Lindsey. You know, if you join us, we'll be all right. You don't mind hanging on for you a little bit and what have you. We don't mind. It's not a race. I'm just watching Horlixs now, and I'm going to put the screen onto Horlixs. I think you should really know what really goes into this model. There's a lot that's going into this model.
Right. I wanted to try and get it all sort of half wired so we can.
Yeah.
So.
I was going to say, you do know your front wheels are off, don't you? Yeah, it does.
Yeah, they're not glued on yet. I've glued the bonnet on. I mean, not the bonnet, the radiator.
Yeah.
I've got the bonnet on just so I could try and line it all up.
Yeah.
So, rough mock-up.
Wow.
It's getting there.
Yeah.
So yeah, we can give the model a bit of a tap. And then the lights come on, as I showed you earlier. And then bright. Carefully turn it around. You can see the interior is lit up.
Yeah. Yeah.
And if I tap the model off, really dim, medium, and high.
Wow.
And then we have the same for the rear.
Oh, fantastic.
Actually, what's going on with them? Are they supposed to be one up there and one down there?
Well, you one on your number plate will have a light shining down. It'll be like a dual light.
Yeah, but they're not straight, but they're in the corresponding holes. Look, if I use my ruler.
Oh, right, yeah. I see what you mean. Yeah, it's okay. That's the way they are on the brackets, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh well. Again, we tap the model. They're dim, medium, and then high.
Yeah, bro.
Bit finicky because it's not all glued together, but
yeah,
gives a rough look of how she's going to look. And it's battery operated, so I can move it about. Meow.
Yeah. Yeah, superb.
I'm really not happy with those lights. I mean, maybe they probably are supposed to be like that, but it's a bit odd.
Yeah, I see what you mean, but
they weren't on the other one.
No, I don't think they were odd on the other one, was they? Might be that. I'm going to say it might be that one of the brackets might be the wrong way around, but I mean, so that I don't know.
No, they're actually in where they're supposed to go.
Uh-huh.
so you can't see. They are in where they're supposed to go. There's only one place that they can go.
Oh yeah, of course there is. Yeah, there is. Yeah.
And they're on the same bar.
Yeah.
But yeah. So yeah, there we go. Off, tap it on. There we go. Done. That's the electronic side of it done anyway.
Fantastic.
Just got to run the cables where I want them, and yeah.
I love
Happy with the progress tonight.
Brill. Okay, so Lindsey says got too much going on at the moment in real life terms, and Nigel says we'll look forward to seeing that, Dave. And we've got Marvel Phoenix in, and he says hello and good evening all. Good evening, Todd.
Hi, Todd.
By the time I get to Phoenix, yeah. So, okay. So, do you want to go cameras up then?
Yeah, let's do that. Let's end the show. It's getting late. I'm getting carried away.
Okay. Come on, camera. Facing. There we go.
I'm doing 10:15. That's not too bad.
Oh, yeah.
Could have been worse.
Could have been worse.
Going at 11:30.
Yeah, it could have been. Dear. Right, so that's issue 14 done then, and I would have thought by issue 15 we'll be very, very close to finishing, won't we? I would have thought. So,
Yeah.
I think what I'll do is I'm going to cheat just a little bit, and that is I'm going to fasten my front end on to the chassis without finishing other bits, if you know what I mean. So I've got lots of other little bits to do, but I want to fasten the cab and the front radiator grill to the chassis and the wings so that they don't move between our next year, if you know what I mean. Mm-hmm. And then I'm not messing around then trying to get it all lined up because it's been a bit of a devil to line up as this one, but nothing I can't fashion. I've got to go underneath that chassis yet and re-glue where I unstuck it before, which is okay. But at least now it's sitting in them 4 holes. Is the body? You'll see what we're on about when that comes up on your long wheelbase one, Carl. So it is a bit of an nightmare if you can't get it lined up properly. So, but yeah, I'm happy with progress. I'm happy with the way the model turned out, and I'm itching to get it finished really. But I don't want to rush. I'm not going to be rushing too far ahead. As I say, I'll just be gluing the radiator surround on the wings and the cab, and just getting them all lined up and taped like you have, Carl. So, I'd have probably done that tonight if I hadn't been messing around with that back body, but yeah, we've got there in the end, haven't we? So
I've probably got an evening messing about with that winch.
Yeah. I've still got to get all my wiring in and that, and I've still got the glazing to do, the doors.
I've still got the doors and the glazing and the decals then.
Yeah.
Probably another 2 weeks.
Yeah, could well be. Yeah, that could well be. Definitely. So we better think about what's happening tomorrow then. I don't know whether there's anything else on tonight or not, is there? It's Saturday.
Well, Marcus is on.
Marcus is on. Is that 12 o'clock?
No, it's 10 o'clock. He's started now.
Oh, right, 10 o'clock. Yeah, 10 o'clock this evening then. So, yeah, Marcus is on this evening.
I I don't know if Terry's doing the show and tell. That's meant to be 10 o'clock.
Okay, that what tonight?
Yeah, tonight.
Yeah, I don't think he is, because I think I was going to be one.
I haven't had any messages.
No, yeah, he invited me on to be part of it, because we were gonna. The original plan was that he was going to go out at 10 because this show, and we were going to come off in time.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think he's, what with everything going on, and I think he had a lack of response or something. So he's still going to do it, I believe. But he's just
next week. Yeah.
Yeah, could be next week then. Yeah. So then that brings us to Sunday. So is there anything on Sunday morning?
Oh, anything? Yeah, Michelle.
Yeah.
Michelle's Crafting Corner, the wife. 11 o'clock.
Michelle's Crafting Corner is on at 11 a.m. tomorrow, UK time.
Yeah.
So yeah,
then
miss it off square.
Yeah, miss it and she'll kill me.
Yeah.
And meant to be having a special guest, but I don't know after what happened today. It might not appear.
Okay.
But then it's Festa. He's on at 2 o'clock, I think it is. Then it's Connie at 5.
Connie at 5.
And I think that's it really tomorrow. Oh, unless Horlixs is on, or Mark.
Yeah, it'll be Mark and the Nexus at 7. And then I do believe after that it'll be Danno's Universe. And Danno's Universe will be doing is Eddie Stobbard. And I only know that because I'm helping him tomorrow night. So, and then there'll be the Hobbytown Modelers. They'll be on as well. So, and anybody else that normally goes out on a Sunday evening. Okay. Monday, as far as we know, it's usually Sprue on a Monday, isn't it?
He has put it up. Because he's put a Lego build up. And, well, I know he said earlier he's hoping to be well enough for it. But he was pretty rough earlier, wasn't he, Horlicks?
Yeah, he was, yeah.
Yeah, I heard him when I saw the stream earlier. So, and so if he's well enough, Sprue Glue will go at 12 o'clock. Lunchtime in the UK with a Lego build. I think it's a Les DIY one, isn't it?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. So, and then Monday evening, I think it's the Disney Dolls House at 7. And then I think round about 8 or 8:30, it will be Le Ferrari with Horlicks and myself and Mark on Monday evening, I believe.
And Little History and Airfix and Chill.
And then Little History and Airfix and Chill as well. So that's plenty for folks to watch. And I'm going to say we've caught up with all the chat and everything. And thank you ever so much for joining us this evening. Please, if you wouldn't mind, have a look at them people in the chat and subscribe to their channels. They've got some lovely channels out there and building some lovely kits and doing all sorts of everything, which is very interesting. And one thing I've learned about YouTube recently is that it's far, far better than watching the old TV.
More interesting.
More interesting, a lot more interesting. And you can also stream on some devices. You can stream your YouTube to your television. So if you're lucky enough to have one of them big 50-inch televisions, you can watch it to your heart's content on a big screen.
That's what I do. I don't think I've ever. I don't even know what the last TV program I watched was, because whenever I'm having chill down, I've got Apple TV, it's got YouTube through it. I just watch YouTube all the time.
Yeah. So
there's always something to chop on with some, I'm following, and I'm still not up to date. I've got so much to catch up on from.
Me too. Yeah, me too. Me too. Yeah, me too. And you found that life gets in the way, and you can't get on top of it at all. You think and somebody else is. There's always something that's been made, which is really good. You know, we can't complain at that. That's what it's there for, and it's like it's really good. It's really interesting. So, a couple more bits of chat. Wayne Welly says, now I've got the joys of doing dishes before I do anything and before bed. Well, I'm going to be doing some supper after I put this lot away. And yeah, so I'm looking forward to that. Wayne Welly says, smart TV and Google Cast. Yes. That's the one. That's the one. It's all worthwhile as well. So I'm going to say my goodbyes. Thank you ever so much for joining us tonight. Please subscribe to all our channels. The link should be in the description below, and leave us with a nice good thumbs up if you don't mind. And we'll see you all for this program next week at the same time at 7 p.m. And hopefully we'll be a lot nearer with our models, and hopefully we might have Lindsey with us, and we might have Sprue Glue with us if they're both well enough. So, and we'll see their models too. So, thank you to Cal Scale Modelling for coming along, and Horlixs for doing the program tonight and everything. Thank you ever so much for that, Horlixs. And once again, thank you for all coming and watching. So it's a good night from me, and hope you're all well.
All right. I'll let Carl say goodbye first, and then I'll.
Well, I say thanks for having me on again. Sorry about last week, but I built them. That's the units I was doing when we were talking. They're in. Nice. I've got TV up today, so I'm sorted now. But thanks for having me. Thanks for watching. See you next week. Bye.
Lovely. Thank you, Carl. And I was going to say, what is the reason for that TV behind you? Is it just to watch the telly on, or YouTube?
Well, it's to fill a gap in the wall.
Because what you could do is you could get what I'm getting
I've got Sky up there.
You could get, if it's got USB on it, you could get your logo blown up, and when you're streaming, it can be on that telly behind you.
That's an idea.
Yeah, look, I know quite a few people that do stuff like that, and I think that'll look pretty cool.
Yeah. And the cabinet behind you is for your models, obviously.
It is. Yeah. I've got a lot of space to fill.
Really good. Really good.
No, the only reason I asked that, if you watch telly on it, is because you might have already had that in mind. So that's why you put it there. So
no, I've literally only just put it up today.
Yeah, it's cool.
It was with Michelle Pesky's.
I mean, I should do it on mine, really. I think I did once, didn't I? I think I put
the
Horlixs logo on there, but it's at a funny angle. You can't really see it. Anyway, enough blabbering. It's late. Thank you very much for watching, and enjoy the rest of your evening. And I will see you on another stream. So take care and goodbye from me.
Touchy bye, everybody.
Bye. Have a good weekend.
Bye.